Hey everybody! I'm back with a video 2 or part 2 of how to create a graphic novel cover. I'm here with my work assistant Puffalump, or should I say Sir Royal Prince Puffalumpagus, the one and only. So today I'm going to walk you through the line art phase of how I created my graphic novel cover for Mup and The Mammoth, which is my up and coming graphic novel. Actually, Pufflump's in it. He's so melted. So anyways, I'm gonna walk you through it and let's get started. So the first thing I do when I'm creating line art, I want these nice, big, sort of crisp black lines, and I have a special brush that I use for this purpose. But a lot of kids ask me, they're like, Rhea, what is your process for this? And even if you're doing something like a Sharpie or a ballpoint pen works really well if you're working traditionally or something with ink. Anyways, so it's kind of the same process. So as you can see, I already have done most of the thinking for this project. I've already kind of, with the sketches and the doodles, I've sort of spaced out where all my characters are, where the action's happening, and now I'm just going in and really sort of defining where these animals and characters are. And this part of the process for me is sort of just kind of finalizing where I want these animals and characters with this sort of specific line art. So it's kind of a long and tedious process for me, so I kind of sped it up for you guys, and you can listen to some music instead of me rambling along. But yeah, this is a pretty fun part because you start to see, or at least for me at least, I start to see like where my characters are and defining where they are. So obviously my matriarch mammoth wouldn't be a matriarch without her herd. So in the background here, I'm drawing the rest of her family of mammoths. And each of these mammoths was really fun to draw because each one of them was in a different position doing something different, but each one was reacting to the scary bear in the same way. So for me, doing the line art, a really important thing that I've learned over the years is to make sure if there's a main action happening, to have all of the eyes looking at that action. So every one of these mammoths in the background, each one of their eyes is trained on the action of the bear attacking their matriarch. And it was pretty cool to sort of use my elephant drawing skills to draw these mammoths. I'm pretty familiar with drawing elephants from, the wild or from different zoos. I go and visit a lot of different animals and draw them at the Oakland Zoo specifically in the California Bay Area. But so I get to be really familiar with drawing mammoths and elephants in their different positions. So when I was drawing the backgrounds, obviously we're talking the Ice Age, we're talking the Pleistocene era, so I needed to draw these like really cool mountains and this sort of open tundra with glaciers and ice caps. So drawing these mountains, I kept that in mind and drew in where I wanted there to be glaciers cutting through the valleys and where I wanted there to be snow caps. But besides that, the tundra itself, the grassland, was pretty simple. It was just grass, so when you draw grass, you just kind of make little tufts everywhere. So the next thing that I decided to do was, after I finished the line art for the background and the mammoths, I went in and I don't really know what to call this actually. I haven't really seen many other artists do this, but I call it color blocking. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just blocking in all the colors for my different layers. So for instance, the background is obviously in the background. So I chose this sort of light pale blue color, and then for the mammoths I chose a brown. And by doing this, it helps me separate the layers and see better, the differences between my layers. And it just also helps in the back with coloring further. So when I color in these characters, I don't have to color them in, 30 times. I've just done it once, which is really helpful. Now for the extra fun part, doing the line art for my main character, Mup. Mup has been a very fun character to draw, and I feel like I know her very well, so it's really fun to draw. She's a lot of really great facial expressions, and in this position where she's sort of flying in the air, it was really fun to draw this perspective with her. it's not just Mup who is taking center stage on the main cover, the front cover. I also have our side characters or secondary characters, and one of which includes Puffalump. I actually put Puffalump in this story. All right, so that completes doing the line art for this section. So you can check out part 3 and part 4 of how to create a graphic novel cover. So please go check out those videos. They're available on YouTube. And yeah, if you haven't already, also check out Mup and the Mammoth. I'm really excited for this story. I'm really excited for the second sequel to the Mup series. And if you do end up reading Mup and the Mammoth, please let me know what you think. I love hearing from you guys. Well, I do know that Mup and the Mammoth does have one fan already. So, Puffalump, do you think people should read Mup and the Mammoth? What do you say?
Yeah.
All right, well, you heard it from Puffalump himself. So go check out Mup and the Mammoth. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching.